could get to like.
It's Friday night, the lights are low. Grab my remote, it's time for the show. The Butcher and Alden, they're back again, talking about Kodi and Plex, my friends. Remember that time when I got so lost, but Plex saved my night, oh what a cost. We laughed till we cried with stories they share, because streaming matters and I know they care. Streaming through the snow, every week we let it flow. Cord cutting dreams and saving cash. Drink up every time Plex comes to pass. Protect your neck on this wild ride with the latest tech news. They're my go-to guys. Through all the glitches, the buffer and pain, but with the Butcher and Alden, I'll never complain. They keep me updated, I'm never alone. In the streaming world, I found my home. So here's to the memories and laughter we make. With a click of a button, there's no mistake. Streaming matters, every week it's clear. With Butcher and Alden, I'm full of cheer. Yeah, streaming through the snow, let the good times grow. So here's to the Butcher and Alden too. Streaming matters every Friday, it's always new. With laughter and learning, we'll see it right through. Merry streaming Christmas from all of us to you. Streaming through the snow, every week we let it flow. Cord cutting dreams and saving cash. Drink up every time.
No, look there.
Yo.
A little bit of extra there at the little happy holidays. And Dave, so is that a Taylor Swift inspired intro today?
No, it was okay. What was I bitching about? Took me 5 days to make a song that sounded kind of Christmassy. Holy shit. And I posted that thing, you know, I got that email saying, "Whoa, you're in the top 1% of creators on Suno. You've reached 1,000 songs." That email was sent November 30th. Okay, so we've blown past 1,000.
Wow.
Well, here again, folks, the only live show that you're going to find a new intro song every time we have a show. The Beach he's got a library of songs. It's going to be a new song every week. So definitely that it did have a Christmas feel to it. A little felt like it was like a little Mariah Carey-ish or a Taylor Swift feel. So, you know, it is the holidays. We will be taking a hiatus for the next month. So we will be off. We won't have any shows scheduled for the next 4 weeks. We possibly, if some breaking news happens, I might create a show and just, you know, jump in with just a show at some point. So make sure to like, subscribe, share, hit the notification button, because I may do that during while we're on hiatus. If some information comes up or some things happen where everybody wants to know, because we can see that not a lot of shit is happening because we only got 36 people watching us right now. when life was coming to an end and Kodi was dead, we had 200 people that were watching the show. So that tells you where we're in good shape right now. So, thanks for everybody joining us over on the side chat. Love it when people jump in live and join us. Thank you to everyone on the panel. I see Alvin is pointing out that I probably need to.
No, I just wanted to say, we'll be back in 4 weeks, but we're gonna do our end of season. You didn't let everyone know that.
Yes. So what we'll do is and it'll probably be like 4 weeks from now, we will do season 7, our Poppy Awards. Yeah. So we will cover the movies that we had for this season, which is like 23 movies. Mm-hmm. We will put them on in a Telegram room. I will post that link here. Let me post that here. I'll grab it. Copy link, and I'll put it over here. Feel free to jump in to this Telegram room, and this room we will have when it gets closer to the time where you can vote for the best villain, the best movie, the worst movie, the tearjerker. If you've watched Poppies in the past, we don't. Our movie categories for awards are not your normal ones, and we kind of do a little bit something different. So that will be in 4 weeks. And so that link right there, you guys are more than welcome to join that Telegram group, and the voting will be in there, and we will have it. So it's just not yet, but we'll be voting on the movies that we reviewed over the last however many months.
And if you didn't vote on any of the other movies that are in there, you can now vote also. So like if you see movies in there that that you might have watched after the fact that we might have reviewed it, go ahead and vote for it. We really would love to see, the votes in there of what people really like.
Well, to make it easier on you, Aubin, I say just go ahead now. Worst movie, The Crow, so you don't have to worry about anything.
All right. We don't know that.
There we go.
We do not know that.
I'm not saying it because
we'll let the people vote. We'll let the people vote.
But I just say to make it easier on Aubin. Just
immediately, boom. Hey, look at Jean jumped in here. What's up, Jean? She's from the Diggs group. We got Mook over here on the side. Skulls joined us. Got a bunch of our regular people that in the community that hangs around. Jazzy hanging there. I've seen her in the group, so it's great to see a bunch of the people that hanging, watching us live. When it's a non, DEFCON 4. What is it? DEFCON 4, DEFCON 1, whatever's the worst. When we were at DEFCON here just 3 months ago or 3 weeks ago. So if you've not watched our show before, we will do tech talk for this first hour-ish. And then we're going to talk about streaming. We're going to talk about how to save you money. We're going to talk about some of the apps, some of the things that may impact your wallet with your streaming quality for you or your family members. Because to be honest, most of our family members don't pay attention to the trends and the prices of stuff. Hopefully you pay attention to this to be able to give that information to your family members to say, hey, how much are you paying for that? There's cheaper ways of doing it. It's all about sharing knowledge. So hopefully we do that. Then the second hour of the show, we will be covering KneeCap, the movie that was chosen for us to watch on last week. So we'll be covering that in the second hour. So I thought I'd throw, before we jump into, I saw that Daryl, which he's probably gone because he asked this question an hour and a half ago before the show started. It says, has a question about resolve URL. In the RD settings, there's an option to play primary link automatically. Should this be on or off? I think that would be on, because I don't ever remember changing that. I don't know, Beach or Seaman, if you guys have any thoughts on that one.
On mine, I don't have autoplay enabled on any of them because I want to check. I want to choose my link personally, whether or not if it's something I really want to watch. If I want to watch it in 4K, I'll click a 4K link. If I don't care about it, not being 4K, then I'll drop it down to a 1080. So I keep mine off and select my own.
That's how I always did it as well. But I don't use it anymore, so I don't know if my vote counts or not.
No, you're good.
I use autoplay all the time.
Yeah, autoplay. It is, and I'm assuming he's meaning just in the add-on settings. It's where the add-on, the link automatically plays. For people that may be wondering what the hell we're talking about. So when an add-on scrapes, meaning looking for links, if you have autoplay off, you'll see a results list. You'll see where you can choose, as Beach says, you can choose which link you want to play. You click it and you play. Autoplay means it just automatically picks the top link and will move down the list as until it finds a link that's playing, because sometimes a link won't load, so it moves on down the list. So it automatically plays it for you. I know I have autoplay on for TV and off for movies. Same thing for like Beach was saying. For me, quality of the movie is important to me, and I want to read if it's got a bunch of stupid languages or if it's a remux. If it's 5.1 or 7.1 or 2.1 or.
Well, plus one of the main reasons I do it too is, like, even if I'm going to watch 4K, you watch something that's like a true 4K rip, and it's going to be 80 plus gigabytes or more. So if you don't have the best internet, which I have no problem with,
or device,
device, you know, that's gives you the advantage. But you can also go in and change the maximum stream quality. You can set it at 1080. So if you don't have a strong device or a great internet connection, make the maximum playback at 1080. That can help down if you have buffering issues.
Yeah. And it does have, I think some add-ons, I know Finn has it to where you can set the gigabit, like how big the file. So Daryl's still hanging. Man, this guy's hardcore. Been here an hour and a half because he posted that question at 3:30. He posted the question. So in resolve URL. But would that still
I would have to look. I don't know.
Well, I can't pull up my Kodi right here.
Yeah.
I think in the resolve URL settings, though, I mean, that's where you put your RD, where you're authorizing RD.
Yeah.
See, I can't pull it up because you guys are seeing my screen. So I'll be Daryl, I will get, if you're in my Telegram group, I will look in that after I get off and I'll take a look at mine. I don't remember that setting in the RD settings, but it's whatever the default is probably what I'm running. So,
and 99% of the other people.
Yeah, because it's not a setting that rings in my head. Go ahead.
What setting are you looking at?
Automatically
play primary link automatically.
There is that
primary link.
Yeah, there is that option
in Resolve.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know for RD there was.
Yeah, that's what he's saying, and I don't remember changing mine, so I don't know what the default setting.
I just pulled up mine in Crew. All right, so where on my option for choose primary link automatically, I have mine turned off.
Well, that's inside of a add-on, I think, though. He's talking about inside.
Right, but no. But the setting inside resolve URL in real Debrid is what he's asking.
Yes.
So So I just went to the Crew, and I just went to real Debrid and go down there. The option to choose primary link automatically, mine is turned off. Like I said, so that way I know I can pick my link that I want to watch.
Yeah. That'll be something that I'll get to mess with this weekend, because I'm wondering, does that just automatically play my link? I don't know. I know I've never messed with mine because those settings for autoplay in a link is usually set in the add-on. So I don't know if that setting is the same, if they're the same setting or if it's a different setting. I don't know. I will definitely check, and Daryl, I will post it in the Streaming Matters Telegram group, and because I'm not sure. Martin had a question, or I think it's a post or a comment. All right, fellas, from Liverpool. Look at over on the other side of the pond.
Yeah, Merseyside.
I can still get old stuff on Umbrella add-on with RD, but will new stuff go on or just old stuff? Both are plain. Now, the only downside, and I was going to mention about some of the RD or the Kodi stuff. I guess we'll jump into the Kodi stuff now. There is sometimes a little bit of a delay on the links resolving or pulling the links from RD because the add-ons don't. The add-on used to be able to. It had an API, so it was able to ask RD, are all these files there, and can we pull from it? Well, that API has been taken away. So the add-ons have to guess what's kind of there. A lot of times they're there and they'll play, but sometimes they don't. So they'll skip. It'll look and it'll try to play a link and then it skips it to the next one and goes down the list. Because they're not we don't have a list of what's cached, what's already saved. That's there. That list is RD's not allowed to pull that list, or add-ons can't pull that list. So I have found, for me, there's just a little bit of a delay on links loading than what was prior. It loaded a little quicker, but we're not talking days. We're talking, I got to wait another 10 seconds. I mean, we're not, and again, we're all pretty greedy, and we're all pretty, our expectations, because we gotten used to everything playing right away. So I will say that there is a little bit of a delay when links are playing from what it was a month ago, but a lot of links still play. I don't know, C-Man. I know, again, you're a K-App fan. Oh, he's on mute. So, there he is.
I'm here. Guys. I'm not a fin snob, so I don't see a delay in the scraper, but y'all are all fin snobs, so I see a delay in every damn thing else working.
Yeah. Well, I will say this. I mean, so C-Man, you and I have talked messages back and forth with different things. There is some problems in things not working as well as they did a month ago.
There are, yeah.
And even for add-ons that use one-clicks or those direct links, we have seen issues when you and I have been talking, trying to figure out why some things work in one location.
Yeah, and it's just there's no pattern.
Yes. I mean, there is files that C-Man and I were trying to play the same exact file from an add-on. The file was in an add-on. It was a one-click, so there's no discrepancy about who's there. And he could play every one of those files that was in for that particular TV show. Every one of them played. But for me, of the 5 episodes that was there, 3.
One episode.
Well, no. There was the other one that had 5 episodes. The first 2 would not play.
Yeah,
but then the 3 later episodes, episode 3, 4, 5 did play for me. With a VPN, without a VPN, didn't matter what country I picked. And we're texting each other, and I'm like, this ain't working. And you're like, well, it's working here. And I'm like, And I'm like, I'm trying all the different settings, but certain things would not play for me that played for him. And these are direct links. It's not a scraper add-on. These are it's calling to one location.
Yeah,
so,
and it's something to do with, I don't know this for a fact, but RD is not supporting hosters. I can tell you that.
Yeah, that would be your Rapid Gators
and your one fishers and all that.
One fisher, yeah.
But for some reason, sometimes they play. I don't know why. I had a guy message me this morning and say, "Hey, everything's working with RD again, one click." And I'm like, "Okay, well, enjoy it, but it's not here." So
Yeah.
I have no clue.
And Jason here, he wrote on here how much one-click issues are because of the CDN blocking of certain URLs, and that was something that I actually was going to mention. So Cloudflare has agreed to block certain URLs,
Right.
and due to a
Now,
court
wouldn't that hurt
order,
a scraper more than a one-click add-on?
well, it
Because
just
they can
depends
block
on
the
if they block
websites
that.
you're scraping.
Yeah, you would
Yeah.
think it's again, but if we see that error, it's supposed to be like I posted it was like a error 453 or some shit. I've never heard of that error
Yeah.
before. But if you get an error like that 450 whatever, that was a Cloudflare block of that URL because legally they have to. But it's weird how certain things load and certain things don't for one person and not the other. And even like as I said, I was running a VPN and I'm trying all different locations. I mean, I was setting my VPN to the US. I'm setting my VPN to Germany or Switzerland. And still it was weird how certain episodes would not play. The one show, the one that was just the one that was just one episode, and I kept trying it and would not play. And you're like, you're sending me screenshots of it actually
it's
still playing.
playing.
I'm like, how is it not working? So there's a lot of questions, y'all, that I don't have answers to. C-Man doesn't have.
No.
We don't know why block. Yeah.
Alvin and I know how to fix it actually.
Okay.
Yep.
How do we fix this, boys?
Plex.
Plex. Wake up.
Yeah.
Man,
Hey,
this
Jeff.
rum and coke. This rum and coke, I'm telling you. So I've lost my taste buds a little bit because all of a sudden I don't taste the rum as much.
That's dangerous. That's
that is.
dangerous.
That is.
Hey, Deb.
God, it's not a long show.
Deb,
Yeah.
Deb, the fix that they made for RD, right? Does it depend on the version of Kodi they're using that it works and it doesn't work? I'll give you an example. One of my versions I have is 19.1, okay, and then I have 21.2.
Mm-hmm.
It works on 21.2, but sometimes they don't work on 19.1.
It depends on where you're pulling your resolve URL update too. What repo you're pulling it from on 19.
I'll give you an example. Asgard, I can't load it up on 19.1, but I can load it up on 21.2.
Yeah, I don't think any shadow bases support 19 anymore.
No.
No.
Yeah, because that is when we talk shadow base, that is the add-ons are built off of. There's one add-on that they're built from shadow, and then other add-ons take that base and then they add their artwork, they add their lists, all the other stuff. So when we say they're shadow based, like C-Man said, there's a lot of add-ons that are actually shadow based that you wouldn't know that they're shadow based. And as we see those updated, we have seen more compatibility with add-ons since the downfall with RD, because there was fixes made for shadow. Okay. So we've seen a number of things fixed, and they have worked well. And there is still there's some more work with shadow. He's the developer has been doing stuff and posting, so they're continuing to trying to tweak it to get it to run as good. I know that I think I saw he added Torbox. I think I saw he added Torbox was in. So I know Fenn talked about adding Torbox, but it's not been done. But Torbox was added to the shadow bases. So if you ever want to know about a base of an add-on, the easiest way to tell is to go into settings. Because if you look at the settings, are almost always the same. So if you see the settings looks the same as from one add-on to the other, they're using the same base. And and if you go in there under, I think it's under account or RD is where you're going to find the tour box for that. So that is, coming along. So there again, with where we are at this point, it is not perfect. It is not as good as it was a month ago, but it is working. No complaints. I again, other than these weird issues with some of those hosters, and that's the one clicks.
Yeah. Just real quick on a premium service note. The closest, I mean, I've got all three, but the closest thing to RD, from my standpoint, is Debrid.
Mm-hmm.
Debrid has all the hosters that RD had. Now, their cache links, you may not get as many on scrapers or whatever, but as far as I'm concerned, that is the closest one right now, because they'll play any of my stuff, any of it. But
no, they're in France.
Premiumize has daily limits.
Yeah.
On hosters. Yes, they are taking people now. My brother-in-law signed up yesterday, so.
Are they based in France as well?
Yeah. I'm month to month with them. I wouldn't go any further than that.
and that's for you guys that know, it is a RD is based in France, and they were following the orders given to them by the courts. And when we talked about this weeks ago, the concern with Debrid is that when people are jumping ship from RD and like, oh, just jump to Debrid, price is similar. As you said, the hosters are similar, a lot of the similar things. But the problem is, you're jumping in for a year. And if in a month, Debrid says, well, you know what, we're going to follow the same pattern and the same rules that Real Debrid did, because we're in the same country, we have to follow those same legislations. So that was the concern. But with Seaman saying he's doing it month to month, so he's not worried about it. You pay longer month to month, but if you're worried about a service kind of getting shut off, you're not vested long. So,
you're only out like $7 or $8. I mean, it's not bad.
Yeah. So that has happened. We have seen. I know I don't have Debrid. I have premiumized. I don't have a big issue with premiumized. The only issue I have with premiumized is
the price.
You got to be careful with the price, but I bought it when it was the Black Friday special. So for me, 2 years was $99. So that's basically $50 a year. Or no, $50 a year, which would be $25 every 6 months. It was, to me, pretty close to what RD was. I like their cloud save. The downside is that you can't go stupid, crazy downloading or watching humongous files because the file sizes matter, because you're deducted from a thing. Even though they don't say it, I'm going to test it this weekend about streaming from 2 different locations at one time. Even though they swear you can't, I've heard too many people say they can.
I thought that was a given that you could.
I thought that was one of the selling points.
In the past, you could, but then after I made the video 3 weeks ago and we had the RD thing, I had posts that said, you can't do it. That's not allowed, which I don't know if that was premiumized, admins that had watched the show and heard us say that just saying, no, you can't do that. I don't know, but I am going to do some testing this weekend and run it at 2 different locations and see if I get a letter saying, hey, no, you can't do that. I'm willing to take a shot and see what happens. Again, it's an extra. I have Easy News. Easy News is nice, but Easy News is slow as hell to load a lot of times links. My Easy News, if it picks a TV show like Autoplay TV show, it'll go through the whole thing of waiting and usually gets halfway through the retry and then it plays. So I don't know what's the delay, but it always seems, I don't say always, because I have seen Easy News pick, but more times than not, if I got to wait a long time, it's waiting on Easy News to go through the whole list and then start. Because it'll go through and then it says retry ×1, and I get about halfway and then it starts to play. So not sure, but again, we're here to tell you guys there's options for you. There's options. Don't stick to one thing, as Aubin and Roger would say. You know, Plex or MB.
Yep.
Drink up, because we just said a word.
But neither of those have let us down. We've been smooth sailing.
Yes. And again, with Plex, you just have to download it. You got to have it yourself. It leads me to the comment, Aubin. We talked about something that people might want to check out. Buy of the week. They had the Seagate 14 terabyte hard drive. In the US is $200. Canada is $249, that's a great price for a 14 terabyte hard drive. So if you're a person that's thinking, hey, maybe I should create a Plex account or a Plex server for my family and for me, a 14 terabyte drive is going to fit the needs of most Plex people starting out. You know, if you're a Plex whore like somebody else I know, 14 terabytes may not do you real well, but for most people starting out, 14 terabytes is going to be great to get you going to see if that's what you need.
Yeah. Quality over quantity. I mean, I was perusing something the other day, and I was perusing something the other day in Plex, looking at a movie, and I had it. My copy was 1080. Another person we know was 720, and a person on this panel had it in 570. I'm like, 570? What is this? Fucking 1984?
Listen, maybe the file has been there since 1984.
That's true. He ripped it from
that was not that old of a movie. Trust me. But I just was like, I saw 570. I was like, holy shit.
But listen, at least Sonos isn't sending me messages saying, you know, hey, I'm just, you know, creating so much AI music, you know.
They were congratulating me, boy. Hey, I'm the top 1% of creators on that website. To screw you.
Oh my gosh.
You are.
You are.
Matthew Todd said, setting up Plex costs money. Kodi needs RD or another Debrid service much cheaper. 100%. And there's no work on when it's time to watch something. Zero work, Matthew. You're 100% right. Zero work when you want to watch something. Plex does take time and take some work to get it to categorize. Make sure it's got the right art, because maybe Plex didn't read it right. So there is work, but the plus side is when my internet goes down, I would be able to watch stuff. So when Aubin's internet goes down, he has more stuff that he could watch. He'll probably watch it till the Armageddon. He can until his power goes out.
What was that movie we watched at the end of it? You remember the
little girl?
Yeah, the little girl.
Yeah, I forget the name of the movie, but
I don't remember, but I do remember.
Oh yeah, that was the one with the deer in the backyard.
Yeah.
We did that on Player Pass.
What the hell was that?
It was the end of the
Julia
world.
Roberts was in it.
Yeah, the Teslas crashed into each other, blocked the road, and it was propaganda. Yeah, that someone will post it over here. Yeah, and the little girl's in there watching. What was it? Friends.
Yeah, got to watch
she wanted
Friends.
Wanted to know what happens at the end. So yeah, it costs money, but again, we're not telling anybody you got to do it one way, because there's not one way of doing this. There is so many ways to do it. But you have to figure out what works best for you. I have people that Kodi's too much for them to figure out. They have it is too much for them to sort out. Fine. Guess what?
Leave the world behind.
Leave the world behind.
Thank you. Yeah.
So like for some people I know, and it's like they want Cinema HD, or they want FlixVision, or they want a BTV. They want just, I see it, I click it, it plays, and they can add an RD account, which makes it even that much better. So that works for them. You have to figure out what fits your needs, and if everyone's going to say a cookie cutter design is what fits everybody, you don't listen to them, because it's not. You gotta. To me, I used to be a Plex guy way back forever ago with my big fat the old Xbox. I was a Plex guy. I had my server. I had all my stuff downloaded, and we watched it in the house. But now I have a Plex server, but I never use it. I have a
Thanks for resetting it, by the way.
Yes, you're welcome. I did. I actually told Blue last night. I said I got to go turn that on because Aubin was bitching about that. My Plex server was not loading the other thing. So, but yeah. So figure out what works for you guys. You got to test stuff out, and if you're not looking for something hard or more intricate, you want something very simple. Some of these APKs are all right. Do they have their downsides? Sure they do. There's things about some of those APKs with their ads drives me crazy. But again, if you don't care because it's easy to use, fine, use it. I'll say FlixVision does a great job with no ads. Other than spamming the shit out of my real Debrid is my biggest complaint with them. Because if you ever look at your real Debrid after you do a search in FlixVision, and it'll have 5 or 8 entries for a movie that you searched for, not tried to play, just that you searched for a particular movie. To me, that's spam and RD, but that's between RD and the add-on.
So is it like triple scraping? Is that what it's doing?
Well, to me, I think what it's doing is the items that it pulls in as results.
Right.
It throws that torrent into almost like the requests. So it will almost request, which most of them will be there, right? And so they're already there. But if I do a search for one movie, it's like there'll be like 5 or 6 of that same movie in the list.
Oh wow.
It used to be. Remember when RD had a thing about 4 or 5 months ago where they said somebody was hammering their servers and this and this. They had that.
Oh yeah.
And they, how cryptic they always are about, and they won't give an answer. But at that time, I even posted on Reddit, there was 12, every time I searched a movie, 12 results, like in my torrents folder. Same movie, boom, 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 12 of them. Now, I didn't watch all 12. I was only picking one, but it's almost like instead of just looking to see if it was cached, it actually tried to cache it. If you know what I mean? So that's my only real beef against Flix. I mean, because it's like, can you clean up your code? Because it's unfair to RD, in my opinion, that you're requesting that many files when you don't need them. The user's just looking to search. So I was looking through some of okay, so I see. Yep, Book says don't think of it, cares about that. Yeah, in the fair use, I 100%. Jean, thank you. Yep, she agrees that. Yeah, look, see, Mook's with you. Look at over 70 terabytes. 40. I was gonna race down through the bottom here. I see some people mention some other apps. TTV. Gunn says he likes the Weeds app. Weed is also good. Not as fancy as Syncler. Syncler's another one really popular. All right. Well, I guess we'll jump.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Happened today from a friend of mine that also does one-click stuff, is a popular hoster, which you guys will know, in France also, sent him an email with a list of copyright infringed files they removed. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if they're under the hot seat as well, but it seems like France is coming down hard.
Was there because there was an add-on developer that had that his account with a hoster was said, here's your money back. We don't need you here anymore. Did you hear? There was an add-on developer that he had an account. It was he has a one-click add-on and had it for years. And the hoster said, okay, thanks very much, but here's your money back and all of your stuff is gone. Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
Man.
After the show, I'll tell you who that is. But yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And so it was
Flex,
like
everyone. You hear me? Flex. Okay. You hear stuff like that, and
That's why we buy hard drives.
I'm telling you, it's why
I'm leaning more your way, brother.
I'm telling you, man. I don't need this aggravation. I don't. That's crazy.
It was a pretty popular add-on. I've used it in the past, and the add-on works great. Yeah, and basically his whole account was gone. So yeah, he had to do if you create a one-click add-on with the library that some add-ons have, and all of a sudden the hoster says, you know what, it's been nice, but I'll see you, goodbye. That is a kick in the nuts.
Kicking nuts is right. Yep.
That would be just some of us just shutting down because there's no way to recover from that.
Yeah, you
No.
can't come back.
You can't.
I mean, you'd spend months. And again, folks, these add-on guys are not paid anything. It's just so you could say, well, they can always just go somewhere else. None of them are getting paid. So this is just something they're doing before work or after work or during the weekends. Most of them doing it anytime they have spare time to get the content, put it out there so that you can watch it. And it's like, holy shit, do you understand what these guys are doing? And then if their whole library is wiped, and do you start over again? You got to the processes of the whole thing is, I couldn't imagine. So
I wouldn't. I'd be on Plex.
Yeah. So, hey, Mark had a question. Anybody use Nova Player as a Plex replacement on Android devices? Great on local network. I had Nova Player at one point. I played around with it, but it's been forever. Any of you guys ever?
I've never messed with
I
it.
just
used
use
it once
Plex on
before.
Android.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of works. I think when I messed with it, you can do it like VLC. Where how VLC can play local content.
Change players.
Yeah, and so you can pull from local content.
Okay.
So, yeah, I've never done that. I've never. So I'm not sure, Mark.
I used it once
good
before,
question.
but I don't know.
There's Skulls. I have VLC. It works on network. Yep. And I know VLC, there's a lot of caveats. If you look up some videos on being able to watch via cloud, sharing your stuff through VLC, VLC is a hidden gem for people if you've never used it. It has some really cool features. Let's see. So hold on. We got to get to some of our actual topic things. Hold on a second.
We talked about the first thing pretty much, right? Or not?
Yeah. We got through all the K-up. But I thought I'd go ahead and mention. Hold on, I gotta make this big. Okay, did that make it big?
No, you just made it small. You had it big.
What?
Yeah, you had it big, and you just keep going.
Not
one more.
big.
Not big.
There you go. That's good.
Oh, damn it. All right. Where am I at? Where am I at? Over here. Okay. So, damn it. Click the right tab, Dabs. All right. So on here, YouTube is going up $10 fucking a month.
Wow.
That's
10.
$120 a year.
Holy.
10.
And it doesn't
Crazy.
even include HBO.
Wow.
So if you're watching this video now
Wow.
and you're just signing up for YouTube TV, you're getting the new price. If you're a person that was loyal to YouTube TV. You've been there for them. You've been paying that $70-some a month. Oh, they're going to cut you slack. You'll get stuck in the ass next month. So this $10 increase, guys.
A month?
$10.
That's crazy.
That's massive.
Yeah, it is huge.
Yeah.
Because they got millions of people on their servers already, so
Yeah.
there's a lot of money.
Just to say a million, millions of people, and then times 10,
Yeah.
really,
Every
where
month.
does greed
Every
stop?
month.
Every month. Where does greed stop? I remember when I was with the cable company working, and they would like put little charges of 4 cents and 5 cents in someone's bill, and and you just sit there and think, they're adding that, and they're just taking it just to go away to Hawaii for a couple of months. I'm just like, that's just so wrong.
Most of my alternatives, the yearly price for that is less.
It's less. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely.
And now one alternative I have, you get 8 connections for a hell of a lot less.
Yep.
And I'm not sure why piracy is so popular right now. I have no idea.
I wonder why.
I mean, all right. So think about this. As a person that is cutting the cord, someone that's trying to save some money, they were paying up a crazy amount for cable company. They cut back, and I'm going to do this and that. I want to try to save some money. And then this alone is $83. Now think about it in Canada. So Canada, we're going to have to be, that's got to be $110 a month or $105 a month because you got to think of it, so that is, you're already at the point of the cable company price. You're at cable company prices.
Yeah.
So cutting the cord now all of a sudden you haven't cut the cord. You haven't saved any money. And then if you add, let's say you got Netflix, or you're paying for Paramount, or you're paying for Max, or you're paying for Hulu, whatever else you may be paying for.
Yeah.
You're all over $150 before you know it. A month.
A few hundred.
A month.
Well, especially now with the NFL showing on Peacock, where you have to have Peacock, or you have to have Amazon. Prime.
Yeah.
I refuse to pay that, so I go the alternative route.
Yeah, yeah. And again, why do people do that? There's your reason.
Yeah.
There's your reason why people are doing it. And it's like, oh, I'm scared to risk that. They won't do that. Bullshit, they ain't going to do it. If you can pay for a year what YouTube is asking for a month plus more, I mean, it doesn't make any sense. So it's like, holy shit, how the hell? Hey, I like Mark. Look at this. By YouTube saving me an extra $10 a month by not having it. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Mark. I mean, it is a lot of greed, to be honest. But part of it goes back to, guys, I really think part of it goes back to the Disney and some of those other Disney, your Warner Brothers, all of these media companies that own so much content and channels that they can tell YouTube. Well, no, they are. Maybe you're not. You're not, but there's a lot of people that watch
turn on
live TV.
ESPN, see what happens.
Oh God, end of the world. I mean, end of the world. And it's when you look at some of the stuff that's with that these companies have this leverage over a YouTube where YouTube can't keep their price at that. Remember when they started, wasn't it $59 a month or something like that for YouTube TV? It was $59 or $69. It was not bad. And you got all these channels and it's like, great. But now we're now $83 and guarantee you in 2025, they're going up again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So Netflix has gone up. Paramount's gone up. Every single service has went up. So it's if you've got family members that are paying, and again, that's why on this show we're trying to say, hey, most family members are not tech savvy. Most family members are not paying attention to what's going on and the pricing and the cost of what they're paying every month because it's debited out of their account. They have no idea. People that are you guys that are watching this show, pay attention. And if you have a family member that's paying for certain things, try to be that word of advice. Say, hey, do you really need that? Now, not to say that everyone needs to turn off YouTube TV, but can they afford it? Can they afford it, or do they have a whole bunch of other services? Because if you're not, it is crazy. Look at Skull. My sister's paying close to $200 for DirecTV, and happy. So, I appreciate her efforts. That's helping to keep me doing what I'm doing. So, yeah, it is. It's sad. When I saw that this popped up just the other day, I'm like, holy shit. And Matthew's right on this. All this auto pay people, most people have no idea how much.
No idea.
No.
Remember, everyone on this panel wrote fucking checks at one point. Yeah. Maybe not now, but we all wrote checks back in the day, and you mailed them in, or and so you knew what you were paying all the time. Now you agree to something and it's done, and it just comes out of your account.
Telemarketing got a hell of a lot easier once we just started taking the money out of their accounts. Once they didn't have to send me a check every month, shit got a lot easier.
Yeah, it is crazy. Here's Sling TV, another alternative for people that want legit services. Sling TV, they don't go as high as $75 a month. Again, Sling TV is actually a pretty good alternative for people that want to check out something. They got a couple different packages. It is a pretty good alternative for a lot of people. So you may want to check that out. Another one. This one is another cable TV company has been shut down. And this is happening more and more. We're starting to see this, but where so many companies, especially the smaller ones, and this was in Virginia and North Carolina, which I'd never heard of. Wilkes Communication. That's got to be like in the mountains.
Yeah,
it's probably like a small town service. I know, like in West Virginia, there was a small local cable TV provider there in the town that just serviced us like 3,000 people, but they were cheap.
Yep. Yeah, it's cheap. And again, with these cable companies, they're in the pinch between the two. Now they still want to make a profit, but when Disney says this is what we expect, this is you want our package, this is what you're going to pay. Disney doesn't give you a whole lot of negotiation room because we've seen that with DirecTV. DirecTV, they're like, fuck you, this is what you're paying. Until DirecTV basically said, okay, we'll do it, but can we do some other little deals? And they worked out a thing. But, when the big boy has all the channels or all the channels that your customers want, you're going to pay it. Well, and that money is going to be translated down to your customer that's going to pay that extra fee. So there's a lot of toughness. So it's a cycle that's happening. So cost gets too high, so you cut. Well, then we don't have enough customers, so we have to raise the prices. Well, then we raise the prices. Well, then we lose customers. So it's a vicious cycle. So sad to see it. Go ahead.
I think the cheapest legit one is Philo, and it's like $28. You get a good amount of channels. You don't get any of your ABC, CBS, NBC. That's you just put an OTA antenna to get those, but they have a large selection. So,
do they got ESPN, Dave?
No, you won't get ESPN. Yeah. But see, here's the thing, though. If you were doing that, that's one you just buy ESPN, and it's like what $9 a month just for that, and then you can watch all the live. All live. So there are legit options out there that aren't as costly as YouTube TV. Just have to do a little digging.
Yeah.
So if you know somebody that, look into Philo, PHILO, and $28 you get a good selection of channels.
You said so. It's PHILO. I thought.
Philo.
Yeah, I mean, I have seen this.
For that matter, Plex has,
Yeah. Plex has
400 free TV channels on it as well.
Yeah.
Not available. I got to turn my VPN on so I can pick the United States.
See
Only
if
in the
you
United
can
States.
Click on that link I put in the side chat there. See if that'll pop up.
Now, doesn't Pluto have a cable service as well?
It's not unable to log in. I got the same link here. It gave me the same thing, Mr. So Pluto TV, again, another alternative for people that are trying to save money. It does have some live channels. You're not going to get ESPN. You're not going to get CNN.
Yeah.
You're going to get a lot of the older content. So if you have an older family member, Pluto TV, Plex has a great live channel stuff that works really good. It's completely free. You can install it. Zumo, it's XUMO, is another one of those. Has a lot of content. Freevee? Or no, I take that back.
That one. They're closing that one.
Freevee, I think wasn't that bought up by Amazon?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think they were bought by Amazon, so they're part of the Amazon package. My Shield all of a sudden has. I posted it in Streaming Matters, guys. All of a sudden my Shield had free TV or free live. It says free live.
Right, but it always had that. It would grab all of the other free stuff that you had on there, and just make it more like one channel.
Oh, because I just all of a sudden noticed it was like in my second bar, my second widget. I'm like, where the fuck this come from? So, so that's another thing, and I just want to put this out here, and we're going to see a lot of this bullshit. Well, I want to say bullshit. I'm going to say very suspect information about people using jailbroken Fire Sticks or being put in jail for pirating IPTV, all this stuff. There is lots of questionable posts and articles written about people, the users of IPTV, getting fined or going to jail or this or that. I'm going to put this out here now. Don't click the links when you see the videos.
I'm calling bullshit on that.
It's go ahead.
The thing that cracked me up was, I don't know if it was last week's show or the week before, we were talking about this hype, and I asked, I'm like, has anybody ever heard of anybody getting thrown in jail for that? So then you posted the article in there, and once again, I read it. They can't verify any of the sources. This supposedly happened to a woman in Greece, So you read the whole thing.
One reporter.
Right. And I was like, well, certain YouTubers are going to be jumping all over this. Yeah. Well, they didn't even take the bite, or they hadn't waited for us to talk about it yet so they can make a YouTube. Go back and look on Torrent Freak and pull it up. But it's BS.
Yeah. And I've seen the thing where it was I've seen it where they're like saying what do they call it in the UK now? What was it? What kind of Fire Sticks?
Dodgy fire.
Yeah.
And that there's trucks rolling around to catch you doing it.
And isn't it dodging where you watch, like, go out in public and show somebody your wife's tits or some shit like that?
I don't know, but
where's Andrew at when you need him?
Yes, he would be able to give us that UK perspective.
That was another one where I posted the last sentence in that article where basically it was just trying to scare people. It is all just, oh yes, you could get malware and your children could watch inappropriate content. Well,
Yeah. Thanks, Sam.
that happened to me with a cable box years ago.
Or just the internet.
Stepdaughter had her. This goes back to the 90s. When you get a bullet for your old telecom box. That stepdaughter had a sleepover, and I looked at my girlfriend. I was like, I guess I should have blocked the adult channel. So next thing I come down to like, yeah, they looked at it, but they saw two girls doing something to each other. They immediately went new and turned the channel. So.
Yeah, well, yeah, we're not gonna let that one go because there's all different directions that one can go. But again, don't fall for the hype on some of this stuff, guys. Has there anybody been jailed? No, but this is just trying to get people that are not aware, and that's again when you guys, the people that are watch our show or the people that are in our Telegram group, are probably more knowledgeable than 98% of the other people that are cord cutters. You got to stay aware. This is a changing landscape all the time. And you got to be able to roll with it. What works today is not necessarily going to work tomorrow. Can you roll with it and change? If you can, you're going to continue to go moving on. If you're a person that's like, well, I did it this way for 2 years and it worked fine, I can't change. Well, then you know what? Call Cox Cable and go ahead and get the package, or call DirecTV. I mean, because this is all about change, but don't fall for some of the hype. They're just trying to get people all nervous and scared, and that's part of their job. I mean, is to freak people out. It's propaganda, and it's all. I did want to mention one thing before we go into that last segment, Alvin, for the memoriam. That on boxes are $10 off. The on box pro. It was last week. I'm not sure if it's still on, or earlier this week. The on box pro, which was the $49 box that Walmart is selling, they had $10 off. It was $39.
Yep, I saw them at our Walmart. They sure do.
Fucking buy one. For $39.
You bet.
Buy one for every one of your TVs, actually.
Yes, they are still on sale. I just pulled up Walmart.
We bought it for Christmas gifts. Hell yeah.
$39. The storage on that, the USB port on it, the Ethernet port, all of those things that are
10100. 10100.
Well, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yes, the Ethernet port's only 100, but most people we know are probably, they may be a little over 100. But those devices are well worth the $50 that they sell for.
Absolutely.
Definitely worth the $39 that they're having. I mean, I hate that I'm all the way up here and I fucking can't roll to the Walmart and buy a few because they're great. If you want to have that in as C-Man said, setting them up as Christmas gifts, setting that up, you can set it up with some of those free apps for people.
Absolutely. Yeah.
APKs, load those up. I did a video where you can set up some emulation, simple emulation up to PlayStation 1. So if you're a person that just wants to have some arcade stuff and that old Atari, Nintendo and Sega, you can put all that right on the hard drive that's in it, because you get about 24 gigs of free space because it's 32, but let's figure the OS and all that stuff. So you get about 24-ish gigs of free space. So let's say you use 10 for retro gaming if you wanted to, which you could have a humongous library with 10 gigs of gaming stuff.
Most of all the Atari stuff, a lot of most of the Nintendo stuff.
Yeah. Oh, you can, because Nintendo, you can have the whole NES collection is 700 megs.
Right.
Super Nintendo is like 900 megs, something like that. So you can definitely, if you're looking for something that's kind of a neat and you're wanting to help somebody, $39. I was like, I'm all the way up here. Here
got
Donald
4
said,
of them.
yeah, 22 gigs left.
Yeah, we got 4 to give away as Christmas gifts. So
Yeah, especially if you set those things up, and even if you're not setting up the RD and the this or that, you can set people up with a pretty, because if you're knowledgeable, you put on a few APKs that are good, some free, like some Pluto TV, those
UK Turks.
Oh, well, yeah, Turks, and there's all your stuff.
There's the content right there.
Yeah. Stan, incorrect. I did a video. I think I did a video on this one. I don't remember if I did. I think I did a video on this. Stan, I have set up brand new devices. I have on boxes in my house. I'm in Canada. I set up, updated to the new version. They had the updated version. I updated it, not a problem. Then I read posts that people said, oh no, if you set up a new box, that's when it catches the location. I'm like, okay, took one out of the box. I had a box, took one out, set it up for the very first time. Oh, guess what? It worked just fine. So Stan, don't believe some of the hype of people saying that it don't work in Canada. It does work in Canada. It does not work if you go to the UK or if you go to China or Asia. There is blocks for that. And the block is kind of a pain in the ass if it works, if the block happens, because it happens before you even put your Wi-Fi in. Mm-hmm. So you have to basically create a hotspot on your PC, run a VPN, tell it that you're in the US, then the device connects to that. That's the workaround. Then run a VPN on the device and you can do it. But for me, never had an issue in Canada with setting it up. So, hey, I got a couple for sale. If you guys, if you're looking for some, you're in Canada. Come to TOWD trying to sell them.
Do you sell them in milk bags? Do you wrap it in a milk bag and sell it?
Yeah, I'll wrap it in one of those milk bags. Hit me up later. I'm not sure why you got one. I'm telling you, I've set up. It was right after that big update came out. I set it up because I was curious. I had 2 in the box.
There's so much difference in ISPs up there in Canada because just from my hobby that I've noticed that some people have serious issues and other people do not have issues on different things. So
just in Canada?
Is true. Well,
yeah, in Canada. Yeah, Canada is a big pain in the ass right now.
Rogers, what's it, Bell Fiber?
Yeah.
They are a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
They are a pain. Rogers Fiber is a pain. So, but hey, Stan, I'm telling you, I got one downstairs. I don't know why yours wasn't working, but maybe it's the ISP you got going. Not sure. Let's go ahead because we're getting close to the second hour of this, and we could go on for this for a while. Must have been before the update in Toronto. You know what? I got another box around here during Christmas vacation, Stan. I'll set up a brand new box because I do know the boxes I have set up with the new. I was using it just last week. I was using it downstairs last week, so I know that the ones that are already set are working. But I got one over here in the cabinet. I'll pull one out and set it up from scratch and see if I have an issue. Yeah, see, I got Coach Co, so not sure. But Stan, I appreciate your input, and definitely hit me up on in Telegram when I'm doing some testing, because I like to have message. Well, just like when C-Man and I were testing different things, location is important.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And sometimes we don't understand why shit works in one place and not in another. Definitely got to be an ISP block. But sometimes we can figure out ways around it, and sometimes we can't.
Yeah, the guy that contacted me this morning's in Thailand, Todd.
Oh, yeah. Did it work or not work?
It did work. Fucking
for
crazy.
The show, was it for the one? Remember one of the shows that you and I, the one show that I tried to get.
It was St. Dennis or something, but that was what we were trying. But no, he messaged me this morning and said, "Hey, everything's working with RD again." Right. I said,
It don't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
We can't. Well, we're gonna keep. I mean, we'll keep plugging around. That's our hobby. We test things and test until we're like, oh, that's the common factor that fits together. All right, Aubin, do we want to go ahead and cover some of the stuff that's happened in this year?
Okay. Well, we figured since we're basically at the end of our year here right now until we come back, and I just wanted everyone to remember some of these actors that we did lose this year. We lost quite a few really good actors, and well, I figured Todd will just just hit the button over there. Yeah, that's
Shelley Duvall.
Yeah, Shelley Duvall, another great.
Samuel.
Oh, Jackson? No. That's Shannon Doherty.
No, not her.
James Earl
James
Jones.
Earl Jones.
How could you mix
Get another
James Earl Jones?
Well,
and
you know
Samuel L.
what? You know what
Jackson?
white people say.
Oh my God!
I'm not gonna go there.
They do not look alike. They're both great voice actors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One's a skinny black guy, a light black guy, and one's a rotund.
Not saying that I live down south, but look at Quincy Jones.
Quincy Jones.
Donald Sutherland.
Donald Sutherland.
Oh, Carl Weathers.
Yeah.
If you folks remember the old Rocky.
Creed.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Tony.
That's the guy there from the scary movie there.
Final Destination.
Final Destination. Yeah.
Wait, I thought that was. Hold on, I thought that was.
Wait a minute.
I thought that was Roger for a second.
No.
Yeah, he was in Final Destination.
He was Candyman, wasn't he?
Yeah, Candyman. Yeah.
Terry Garr. Oh.
Yeah, Terry Garr. Oh God.
Who's this guy?
Christian Oliver. Not sure.
Don't know. Sorry, buddy.
I
I don't know him either. Don't know him either.
Oh, Chris.
Christopherson.
Chris Christopherson.
Don't know who that is.
Mm-hmm.
Dabney Coleman.
Coleman.
Dabby. He played in how many 70s
Oh,
TV
man.
shows?
A lot of them.
He was in every single TV show back then.
Martin Mull.
Martin Mull.
Again, same. I don't know this guy either. I don't really
Gina
know.
Rowlands. Yeah.
Regina Rowlands. Because wasn't she one of the pretty faces way back in the 50s?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
60s.
Oh, Richard.
Yeah.
He looked like he was dying for about 10
he did.
years.
Oh, yeah.
That last season of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Last season of Curb, yes.
Oh,
Bob.
but yeah.
Night, Bob.
Mm-hmm.
Steve McQueen's kid.
Yeah.
He was in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he played a lot of second roles.
In the corner? What's his name?
Emmett Walsh.
Emmett Walsh. Yeah. He was. Yeah,
he played in a lot, like he was the dad or the uncle.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was.
Or the angry mayor or something.
Yep.
James Darn. That was This was back when
he was on.
I think he was a 50s recording star, wasn't he?
No. He was in
Are you sure,
show,
James Darn? I'm gonna have to Google that.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
the old cops.
Yeah.
He another guy that played in a lot of content.
Yep.
Lou Gossett.
Lou Gossett. That's right.
No, he was great.
Great.
Remember when he played in that? What was that when he was an alien?
Yeah, Enemy Mine.
Enemy Mine.
It was on HBO. Every time I would go to my friend's house, it was always on HBO.
No, the Officer and the Gentleman.
Yeah.
Oh, Jane Thomas.
Yeah.
What was it? Good Times.
Good Times.
Yep. Check out that link, Aubin, that I just posted.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
All right, Rod.
Another character actor. Oh, yeah. Beverly Hills.
I don't know who that is, but I'm sure I would have loved
What
her.
was her name? What was her name? Isn't
Susan
that like
Buckner.
Buckner.
Susan
I
Buckner?
don't remember that. I don't remember that.
Not related to you?
No.
Joe
Oh,
Flattery. He was
Oh, yeah.
funny. Don't know that guy. Don't know her.
Yeah, I know her from stuff. Oh, who was that?
Well,
That's
Barbara.
that's
Barbara Rush.
Barbara Rush.
Yeah.
She's
When
all
Harry
have
Met
what
Sally.
she's- I think she's all have what she's having. That lady.
Yeah, yeah.
Norman Lear. How many
Norman
good
Lear.
shows did he?
Oh
He
my
had.
God. Yeah.
Wasn't he a writer, or was he a writer?
Yeah, he was a writer.
Yeah.
He wrote All in the Family.
Yeah.
Wrote,
Good Times.
Good
wrote
Times.
all of them. We wouldn't have had anything.
I don't know that kid. I don't know him either. David.
Oh, David Soul.
Yeah.
Fucking Kung
Hutch.
Fu.
Hutch.
Oh, yeah.
Hutch.
Was it
He was
Hutch?
Hutch.
No,
That's
no,
Hutch.
you're right.
Starsky and Hutch.
Starsky and Hutch. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
And he had the song "Don't Give Up on Us, Baby."
Yeah, he was a singer as well.
Yeah,
He was
he was a
correct.
singer too. Yeah.
I don't know that kid.
Oh, who's that? That's
I thought it was
Doug
Patrick
Sheehan.
Duffy for a second, but I don't know who that is.
yeah.
No, no.
Who is it? I can't
Doug
read it.
Sheehan. No. Doug Sheehan. Don't know that one.
Sorry, Doug. Don't know you.
Sorry.
Oh, James B.
Maybe
Steen.
he- Yeah, Hill
Yeah.
Street Blues.
Hill Street Blues.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep. He was great.
yeah. Don't know him either.
He was I seen him on different things.
Oh, that guy was on
Wait.
That Days of Our
Soap
Lives
operas
guy.
forever. Yeah.
For years.
Richard Simmons.
Richard
Come on,
Simmons.
we got this.
I don't know who that is either.
Young
Read them
actor.
off the names. You got them right there.
Gavin Creel, Brian McCardle,
Yeah.
Okay.
McCarty. I still don't know who they are.
Well, I don't. Yeah, they don't ring a bell.
Camar de la Reyes. De los Reyes.
Dolores.
Toby
Toby
Keith.
Keith.
Toby Keith.
I
That's
got
just
F Toby Keith. Sorry, I got to put one in for the Dixie Chicks.
Now, hold on a second.
Cheetah Rivera,
Peter.
David Gale.
Gale.
I'm not sure who that is.
He looks
Ian
familiar.
Gedler, or Gelder rather. Norman Jewison.
Yeah, he's one of the best writers and directors out there.
Really, I never heard of that guy.
Yeah, Norman
Janet-
Jewison.
No. Janet Page.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe you know him. You
All
have
right.
to go back and look him up.
I believe
what
you.
he's done.
John Apria. Don't know him either. Oh, that's Frank Fritz, American Pickers.
Wasn't he from? Yeah, Pickers. Yeah.
He's from Iowa. Yeah, Iowa boy. Tom Bauer. Don't know him. Susan
Backlund.
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 Yeah, I don't know her
Backlund.
either.
Backlund. That's familiar.
Bob Backlund.
Yeah, maybe it's Bob.
Ken Page. Morgan Spurlock. Very good
Morgan
documentaries. Great
Yeah.
documentarian.
Yeah.
Yeah. Surprised he
I think he got me
lived-
too.
yeah.
Robin Bernard. Peter Crombie. I'm not familiar with that either. Patty Yukasaki. Oh man.
Yukasaki.
Yeah,
Yukasaki. I think you're right.
Something like that. Sorry. Apologies.
Oh, Phil.
Phil Donahue.
Phil Donahue. The Donahue
Long-running-
Show.
Long-running American talk show host.
Yep.
Yeah.
John Landau.
Landau. Now, that was John Landau from?
Yeah, John Landau's famous. I don't know who this guy is. Mike Nussbaum. Not sure. Camden Toy. Don't know. Ewan McIntosh. Sorry, buddy. Shirley Ann
Shirley.
Fields. Very demure. Taylor Wiley. Don't know him. Kathleen Grant. Catherine, rather. Nicholas Pryor.
Nicholas Pryor. He was from another one, Hill Street Blues, I think.
He might have been. Angel Salazar from Say Hello, my little friend. What the fuck is
Wait, that's Al
Scarface.
Pacino.
Scarface. Yeah.
Was he in Scarface?
Yeah, he's the guy with the yeah, that's Angel. He was one of the lackeys.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's Blanc.
Del Blanc.
Adrian Schiller. Don't know him either. Eric Anderson. Joyce Randolph. I think she's an
Randolph. No, that's Trixie, not Trixie, but Alice from The Honeymooners.
Might have been.
Yes, it is. Joyce Randolph.
Bobby Jean Carter. I think that's Nick Carter's sister. Tommy Smothers.
Smothers, yeah.
Oh wow, Smothers.
My favorite Smother, by the way.
Yeah.
Even though his mom liked Dickie best. Tom Ganois. Oh yeah, he's Meat from Stuck his dick in the hole. Porky's. Thank you very much. Yeah. Don Murray. Twin Peaks, huh? Keisha Whitaker. Sorry, Keisha, don't know you. Charles Deerkop.
I don't know that one.
Ed Wheeler.
Ed Wheeler.
Charles Cyphers. Terry Carter. I've seen him a bunch of times.
He played in a lot of character roles.
Kim Sumi.
All right, so again, a lot of people that we've lost over this year. So it's been a rough year. Lost a lot of big actors and a lot of the older icons of acting. I mean, so hopefully the young bucks can step up.
Well, listen, they're not stepping up. I watched something the other day about a lot of the actors that come in from Australia, and the training that they do is a lot different than what we got going on here. Really, these guys are really going to acting school, not like how we have these nobodies come out of nowhere and they think that they can act.
Well, if they're a pretty face, I mean, we're all about a pretty face.
No, but listen, got those people coming over from Australia at pretty faces too. Look at how many there are from Australia that come over here, and
a lot.
A lot, yeah.
All right. Well, hey, we need to go to the second half of our.
Yeah, but where's Andrew? I haven't heard from him.
Well,
he's running late. He's running late. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna roll into the second half of our show, folks. We're gonna run into Pop. We're gonna go run into the movie show. So hold on. Here we go. All right, so this is Player Pass section of the show. We're going to do a movie review. Before we get to that, Aubin, do you want to go ahead and toss out a mention of what's on tomorrow night? I know Dave probably wants to mention what's on tomorrow night.
Yeah, Dave could do his. I have mine real quick. I have the UFC tomorrow.
Oh, screw the UFC. UFC shit, the redneck brawl.
I know.
So don't even be putting up that UFC bullshit.
I already have it up on the screen here.
Because I'll open my own damn room and just show that. But let all the suckers watch those suck ass UFC fuckers.
Well, it's we have UFC tomorrow night, and they're in Florida, and the prelims are read at 7 p.m. and the main card is at 10.
All right. Okay. So we got that going on.
At 8 o'clock, Dave, what do we got?
Redneck Brawl 8 bitches from Cincinnati.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
if you've never watched Redneck Brawl, 1 minute, 3 1-minute rounds, and it is nothing but just haymaker fest, just mugs throwing haymaker after haymaker, and after 30 seconds, they're winded.
It's funny as hell.
And
in the
I'll
Ring
tell you
Girls.
what, the Ring Girls list that I posted there, there's they're not your usual Ring Girls. A little better quality.
I will 100% say, compared to some of our earlier Redneck Brawls, where they basically grabbed a bunch of lot lizards in previous versions, and that was the Ring Girls. Honestly, I mean, some of them didn't have teeth. I mean, you guys remember the blue dress, no teeth, and she's gumming. And I was like, what?
Meth Head Martha, we called her.
Yeah,
Meth Head Martha.
I think we've seen one of these girls before. That one,
Which one?
Middle row here, all on the right. One more to the right. Yeah, pretty sure she won once before. I think her name's Stephanie.
She's pretty hippie.
Yeah.
So again, definitely upgraded the Ring Girls. These kind of things in the commentators, it's funny. You cannot beat the commentators when they start talking. The things they say are not what you're going to hear from an ESPN or from a legit.
They are hilarious.
I mean, the guys, they're half lit when they're in the middle of it. It's almost like this show a little bit. But you never know what they may say, and it's fun. So that's at 8 p.m. That's a pay-per-view, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So pay-per-view. So hopefully you have a cable TV alternative kind of option. If you have an Oculus, you can join us because we will be running this in big screen and having a fun time. I would suggest if you're going to join us, have a few drinks, have a couple smokes, because I know I will. And have a good time. It's all about, chilling and having a good time and, watching these guys fight for $500 fucking dollars. And so that's going to be next week. And the stuff you see, you're only going to see at Redneck Brawl. So let's go ahead and let's roll into our particular movie, which is KneeCap. Who put this on the wheel last week?
David.
The beach.
Hey guys, I'm going to say my goodbyes.
Yep.
Happy holidays to you guys. If I don't, I'll talk to most of you. But
okay,
hope everyone has a great one.
You too, man.
You see,
man.
Thank you guys. Take care.
Bye.
All right. Who wants to load this up? And we're going to give our player pass thoughts. So if you've not watched it, you're going to get spoilers on this. So buckle up, folks, because we will.
I'll go last.
I'll go first because I wasn't in the group.
I'll go after you.
I wasn't able to join the room last night. I watched this yesterday morning, and then I finished it off this morning. I was dreading this because I do not like a movie I have to fucking read the whole time. And these Irish people with their dialect, even when they spoke English, I'm struggling because the English was so different. I had to have the subtitles on the whole time. So I dread movies like this, but I will say this movie shocked me how much I liked it. The song, what's the one where H-O-O-D?
Good.
Fuck it. I want to put that on my playlist. I want to put this on my playlist. That's a fucking good song. Now that not that I could understand some of the words when they were speaking in Irish, but the songs were good. They had a good beat. They had a snappy little line. I really found that me and Blue really enjoyed it, and a lot of the music we're both like enjoying it. I don't know. I mean, I scratched the surface on what I know about the Irish, the British occupying the Irish and their wars and the IRA and all that stuff. I don't know about a lot. So I was really amused and entertained by this whole story.
Yeah.
And at the end, to be a fucking true story in a way. I mean, there's fluff to it, of course. I don't think he got beat with a stick by the auntie, but the story of it, and I want to download their fucking music, and I might this weekend, because there were some good songs in amongst this, and they're a real band or a real DJ group. It's true. And these are the guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
It started out 2010.
Yeah, if you watch the ending, it kind of like showed it, where the progression. So, I mean, that's me. I thanks, Dave. I know I bust your balls when you make me have to read the whole movie, and I don't like it because you can't turn away. I can't be on my phone. I can't do nothing. I got to be paying attention. But good movie. Enjoyed it, and a fun watch. And if you like music, you gotta like it.
And
so that's me.
Without the music, this isn't nearly as good a movie. It's a good movie. It's it's funny. It's a good story, whatever. But the music actually makes this movie. And then at the end, when you realize that when you're looking at the credits, and most of the songs are written and performed by KneeCap, who are these 2 or 3 fellas. It's just really impressive. And I didn't read any synopsis about this movie. I never watched trailers for movies. I knew nothing about it going in. And at the end, after I finished it, I had to spend 20, 25 minutes just Googling them to figure out what the hell was going on with these kids.
All right, I gotta put my 2 cents in here.
Come on in. The water's fine.
Okay, you guys know I normally always watch a trailer if I can. I love watching trailers.
Yeah.
So when this came out last week, and I said, you know what, I'm not gonna watch a trailer. Because they said, okay, it's going to be a lot of, subtitles. We're not doing the movie in 3D this week because there were so many subtitles or whatever. I said, okay, no problem. I won't watch a trailer. I'm sorry I didn't, because I was completely lost with this movie. Because me coming from New York, in the United States, Queens of all places, where hip hop came from.
Yeah.
Okay, this
sure wasn't from California.
This was not. No, hell no. Hell no. Okay, hell no. Okay, there was. I was just like, besides trying to understand what people were trying to say, trying to switch my mind from going from Irish to English, and it was like 3 different versions of English they were trying to speak. I was so lost. I was so confused in this movie, not knowing what was going on, not knowing that there was an issue with with Ireland and and how they speak, in England, and how I which I still can't understand. How can you like take away a language from people? I just
ask the Hawaiians.
Ask the indigenous people in your country.
Yeah, ask the Indians, ask the Hawaiians.
They can tell you all about it.
Well, listen, but they still speak their language.
Yes.
And no one's taken that away from them, from speaking their own language. This was just a whole nother level to me. And the music I just wasn't getting. It just wasn't hip hop to me. No, I really didn't.
Let me tell you, I knew when Aubin didn't like it. We weren't even halfway into the movie he clicked on it to see how long was left. In the movie.
No, I didn't click on it.
Yes, you did. You
No,
did.
I
We
didn't.
weren't even halfway through, and you clicked on it to see what.
No, I
Yeah.
didn't. No, I didn't.
So
No,
I
didn't.
I
No,
was thinking I
was,
was licking
'cause I
some of
never
that
looked.
acid that was on that postage stamp
Uh-huh.
that they threw in the trash because
Okay.
I mean 2 people came in last night, started to watch it, and left after 20 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
One, they came
in.
in late, didn't know what was going on, so
Yeah.
I'm really glad I didn't join you guys late last night because it
Uh-huh.
would have ruined the movie. Really, it was a good movie. If you start at the beginning,
I know. I'm saying to myself, am I gonna have to watch this again? Because
you better.
I just didn't get. I wasn't getting anything out of it, and you know, and the music to me just wasn't.
Give it another shot. The music is great music, Ovid. It's real hip hop. I mean, it's
Oh, don't say that to me. Don't say that to me. Oh, don't say that to me. No.
But again,
stay in Iowa, okay? Don't say that to me.
but to me, they're talking. The thing about hip hop, rap, whatever you want to call it, you're talking from where you are,
right?
What your experience are,
right?
What you experience. They're experiencing the oppression.
They're being
of the
political
British government
with their music.
Right.
Yes,
it was all political.
And they are all over doing drugs? Sure, they are. That's part of what they are. When we look at LA or whatever hip hop rap, and they're talking about shooting up in the streets and killing folks and doing drugs and smoking blunts. That's because that's what they experienced.
Yeah.
This I could see. This is their experience. So when they're talking and they're trying to speak in their own dialect, and I love the from Irish, and then it would just swing into English, and then swing back into the Irish. I'm like, that's good. I
didn't even care that I didn't know what the hell they were saying.
No,
I didn't care.
No, I care what someone is saying. I just wasn't I just wasn't getting it. And for me to say I didn't like a movie, which is
that's saying something big.
For something that
that's
Dave,
big.
For something that Dave put out,
like this scene was
that's
awesome.
why I'm saying no. That scene, go click back.
Which
back
one?
The one with the 3 guys,
hilarious.
I saw this. I'm like, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying?
They're highest.
They were
on Molly.
I know they're on
MDMA.
Molly, but what I'm saying is that they're doing Molly and they're sitting there all with their shirts off. I don't know if they're fucking completely nude and they're sitting there singing. No, I'm sorry, that's not hip hop. Okay, it's not hip hop. Okay, not at all. Not in my eyes. That's not hip hop.
I didn't like the only thing I didn't like is when they tossed out all the drugs. I was like, that fucking shit ain't happening.
Yeah. This I was not feeling this movie at all.
It was a good movie.
At all. Wasn't getting it. I just wasn't getting it. And it's not like I don't like Irish people. I love Irish people. You know, I'm Black Irish. I thought.
Maybe you're not.
Maybe they took your language is the problem.
I mean, I couldn't understand a damn thing anybody was saying. And that's trying to read. I think that was the problem. Like when they would put up the singing was in
it's because it's like off to the side.
Something off to the side. I'm trying to read the words and not understand, and I can't understand even what the words are saying.
I didn't think they
wasn't getting it.
Yeah, because when they were singing, that's how they would do the words that they were singing.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
And you had to be quick.
You had to be. And
you had to be quick.
Let alone putting me to sleep too. I wasn't getting this movie, and I'm sorry.
I liked it a lot.
I'm sorry, Dave, that you normally put up stuff that's great, and that's the reason why I figured, okay, I could watch this movie without looking at a trailer because it's Dave's movie.
Well, and I mean, let's be honest. I mean, when's the last time you not like a movie? I mean,
I
what?
know.
1921. I mean, it's been a long time. I mean,
But the
we
thing
know.
is, I am going to give it another shot,
Right.
because that's another thing with me with movies. Like I tell you guys, like I'll sit and watch trailers all day long and keep saying, yeah, I want to put this in my watch list, put that in my watch list, because when I go to my watch list and I'm going to watch something, I have to be in the mood to watch it. Now, I wasn't gearing myself up for some type of hip hop movie,
Right.
you know, that from Ireland, you know, because I think Ireland, I'm seeing the people kicking their feet, dancing, and playing that crazy ass music, the Celtic stuff. I can't. I went out with this girl once who took me to this guy that played that music and the dancing and everything. I just couldn't take it. I couldn't take it. And that's what I felt like watching this. If I can't understand something, and it's like I never have a problem watching subtitles, but the way these subtitles were set up, I couldn't understand a thing. Couldn't understand anything. Like that bottom picture right there with the words right there. Yeah, I was just like, I was lost. I'm trying to read that and trying to figure out what's going on. Wasn't getting this movie.
We seek nothing but the elementary right implanted in every human, the right when you are attacked to defend yourself. So what they're saying is that we're defending ourselves only because you're attacking us. We're allowed to defend ourselves. And where the British government says, no, you're supposed to just lay down and shut up.
Yeah.
Irish are saying, no, you have attacked us. We can defend
what
ourselves.
the brothers would have done, right?
Mm.
All right.
They've been going at it for 700 years.
Tagged walls way before anyone else. Okay.
Yeah,
we
but
tagged walls way before.
They've been oppressed for 700 years. They've been occupied by what they consider a foreign invading army for 700 years.
Yeah.
So.
And were they slaves?
No.
And when they came to America, pretty much. No. Pretty much.
I will say the crazy girlfriend.
Oh, she
I liked her.
Yeah.
I liked her. I was like, hello, Missy. that little hot thing. Oh.
When I found out that these kids were real,
yes,
I was impressed by their acting ability, because I just thought they were just acting. They're just playing themselves.
Yeah.
So I guess they're not really acting that much, but still you have to.
How hard could that be? Play yourself.
Yeah. You got to
play yourself.
You got to say somebody else's lines. You know, somebody wrote those lines for them, or they may have.
Tell them the lines.
They may have. Yeah. They seem like talented young men, though.
They were. But I wasn't understanding any of it, and unfortunately I can't even say I'm gonna tell someone else to go watch it, because I didn't understand it, and I don't think I could put someone else on it. Maybe I might. So to say, okay, you guys understand this? You know, I have a lot of Irish friends, and I'll put this to them. That's what I'll do, and hear their take on it, and see what's this one say. No,
it'd be interesting if any of them.
Remember, they parked there, and it was like the next scene. Either was like the car's burned up.
It's a stolen car.
It was the car they stole.
It was a stolen car.
Yeah.
Eddie.
Okay.
We haven't heard from Eddie.
Okay. No, because I can relate to this a little bit, because I know the relationship between the Irish and the English in Northern Ireland. Okay. Mm-hmm. But when I watched the movie, I started watching the movie. I didn't have any problems with when he was speaking in English, but I had to have the subtitles for the Irish Gaelic. It's Irish Gaelic. So that's normal. Because I don't understand the Irish Gaelic, but the English I understood. The problem they have has been a problem that's been going on for centuries, okay? It's the same thing like you had a problem like that in Louisiana, I think, because the French in Louisiana wanted to have their own language and it took them a while before they got it. Here they're doing it, but they're doing it with music. Okay, what I found out about the hip hop, it was hip hop on overdrive. It wasn't like a normal hip hop structure. I found it is like a mixture of hip hop, but on the borderline going to grime. Grime is another step ahead of hip hop, which is 140 beats per minute. And this, I found, I like the music, but I found it like another gender of hip hop. It was good. I liked it. It made the movie, and it gave the message exactly what they wanted to do. They wanted to save their language. The language, finally they got it, but like everything else in Northern Ireland, they have to fight to get it, right? They got it after a certain amount of time. But like I said, the relationship between the Irish and the English is a little bit like the English and the French where I live right now. Like the English are fighting for their language because we're being suppressed by the French. So I think something's going to happen. Yeah, I don't know. They're taking. You have to have a store's name. It's got to be in French. They haven't translated McDonald's yet, or I don't know, Tim Hortons or anything like that. But it's the same thing. When you're being oppressed, they come out to fight, and they're fighting it, but they're fighting it with music, and they won the game. The game, they won it. So that's my view.
I like what you have
did
here
you like
posted.
the movie?
I love the movie.
Okay.
I like what you have. Every word of Irish spoken is a bullet fired for Irish freedom. So
yeah.
I think that's your point, Eddie, about you're not allowed to speak your own language. But every time you do, that is fighting back. That's fighting the man.
Exactly.
By saying, you can't take my language. Because you look at the father at the early part was making the boys learn the language. Even though nobody's speaking the language. And then you had, I like the part where it had the wife of the DJ, which I'm not sure if that's 100% true, but of DJ Purvey, she was trying to do it legitimately through legal stances and, do all the legal things.
Right.
And then he ends up doing it, fighting for a revolution guerrilla style. And it was go ahead.
Yeah, the hip hop punk rock way.
Yeah. And to me, it was, I thought it was neat that you have both sides were trying to do the same thing, but different ways.
Right.
And neither side saw that the other side was doing it right. Like she thought you need to stop because you're talking about drugs and sex and bad things. And I don't want you to talk about that. But he's like, well, you're just fucking talking. You're not getting shit done. Nobody's listening to you, So both sides trying to accomplish the same thing in their own way. And it not,
well, let me tell you, I always, because some of the movies that I pick, are off the wall. Man Called Ove, which was in Swedish, then A Promised Land, which was in Danish. So I'm poking around, I found this, and I was hooked, and I'm glad Roger didn't come in late, because the first 4 minutes of the film hooked me in hook, line, and sinker, because starts off talking about Nisha's dad, Arlo. Oh, he fell off a fishing boat, where boom, next thing you know, or the police say he didn't, and he used to do this. He blew up this, he blew up that, he blew up this, well, this one, it didn't blow up, and then they show him as little like altar boys in the church. The guy's running from the cops, throws the weed in the bag. Next thing you know, they threw the pot in the thermal, and the priest was walking by, and the congregation's getting high. And they said next week's congregation doubled in size. So that's in like the first 4 minutes of the film. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, I'm in, because I got to see where this goes. So I'm watching it and everything. I'm listening to music and and I was like, these guys are pretty good. KneeCap. So I did exactly what Roger said he did when he got done watching them. I got to look this up. Then I found out holy shit, KneeCap is actually a freaking, they're actually rappers, Irish rappers. So I was like, damn, for rappers, they did a pretty good, decent job acting throughout the movie. So, I mean, I really enjoyed it. And what cracked me up is, and we've all been in with big screen with Andrew to stay up and watch movies. He stayed until the very end last night and watched this in big screen, and even hung around when we finished to talk about it.
Yeah, I was wondering if Andrew was going to like it or not.
So, well, because it was in there because he was giving me shit last week. I can hardly wait to get KneeCap since I didn't like Goodrich,
Yeah.
So I'm going to hate this film. Well, I think there was maybe 4 or 5 of us in there watching this last night. So it was really quiet. And you could keep hearing Andrew with that real, laughter of his in the background.
It was a real laugh.
Laughing.
I'll give him
that was the only noise we heard last night in big screen was Andrew laughing at the movie. And I'm like, I looked at him and said, "Oh, so you're hating my movie, are you?" So, and like you said, normally when it gets to maybe about midnight his time, he's out of here. Oh, sorry, boys, I got
he works all day.
I'll watch the rest of it. He was there to the very end of it. So to me, that he enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I mean, he was chuckling. It's things that we didn't get that he got. Because there was one thing I had to ask him about. I'm like, Andrew, the line where, we'll be free again, or our day will come. Our day will come. And the guy would always, do that. And she's like, don't you come yet? I'm gonna blow you like a Brighton hotel. So I looked at Andrew. I said, Andrew, because he laughed. He laughed hard when she said that. And afterwards, I said, "Can you explain that, the context of that?" And he goes, "I gotta say, I'll save it for the show. I gotta save it for the show."
Oh, where is that bastard at?
Yeah, so his son wasn't going to bed, so he was trying to get that things. But yeah, there were some inside jokes that he got and was laughing when we weren't. That he got, and like I said, he laughed hard at that. Flew you like a Brighton hotel. So I like it. I look for these little hidden things every once in a while. Sorry, Aubin didn't like it, but
I can't believe you didn't like the music, Aubin.
I enjoyed the hell out of it. I think I've watched it 5 or 6 times so far.
As soon as the music started, any of their stuff, as soon as their music started, my head was fucking banging like I was at a fucking Guns N' Roses concert in the 80s, man.
I was trying to read the words. And it was just going by so quick. And it's like, it was like trying to do rap and karaoke. You know what I'm saying? And this should not be done.
Well, just watch it again, but don't care about what
I know that's
said.
that's why I said I have to watch it again, but I need to, and I'm hearing all of you guys. Everyone else is saying that they love the movie. I just wasn't getting it.
Well, I've seen a lot of movies from Northern Ireland, but they're all violent movies. People shooting people, people killing people. All kind of stuff I like. The English against like the English against the Irish, and the Catholics against the Protestants, and this one, in other words, they came to the same ending or the same results by gaining their language through music. That's what I liked about it.
Yeah, because me too, Ed.
There was no violence in there, but they're doing it to what they know how to do. They know how to do music, and they know how to go to get their goal, and they got their goal.
Yeah.
Well, their goal, and when remember when the teacher had to go in front of the board,
right?
Because he broke into the school at night, and I said when he broke it, because when his garage got burnt down, I said, well, he's got a school he can go to, and boom, that's where they go. I'm like, well, there goes your job. Because when he breaks in, you see the camera, and I'm like, yeah. But what did you see?
That part was true.
And then you saw the part. Remember when you saw the part when he was going into the board meeting, and he walked past the classroom, and there was 3 kids singing, or not singing, but reading out the language and the dialect of the Irish. So it was like, hey, guess what? These kids now want to learn it because it's in a song.
Exactly.
And it's like, hey, you didn't have to force the kids to learn it. They want to learn on their own, which that's the best way.
Well, you know, kids at a certain age, they're like blotting paper. They'll take everything in. You know, how many kids today, I'm saying, know 2, 3 languages before they even go to school?
Yeah.
So, you know, if they want to learn their language, you know, the kids is the best place to start them off.
Because I see where you got that animation, and this was this part when they had taken.
Yeah, when they're tripping.
That wasn't Molly. What did they?
Ketamine.
They didn't do.
They were on ketamine.
Yeah, they were on ketamine. I'm like, I'd be keeping this shit straight.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that made me like the Hangover movie, you know, like they thought they were doing coke, but it was ketamine. He's like, what kind of drug dealer are you?
So, all right, let's go ahead and let's jump into the voting aspect of this movie. And so we've got our voting on Telegram because we know Albin's the Nazi on that. He's got that going on. If you've not voted in Telegram, vote over on the side chat, you guys, for this movie. A play would mean you would recommend this movie to your friends and family. You would recommend it. If not, you hope it dies a fiery, painful death in all of its glory. And you hope that this never makes its way to free play. So let's go ahead and jump over there, which I'll hit the Eddie over on my right. Eddie, what do you give this, a play or pass, brother?
I give it a play.
He gives it a play. I see Russell over on the side gave it a play, which I'm assuming Russell did not vote in Telegram, so I will count his vote. Roger.
It's a play.
Roger.
I had a good time.
Play
for me.
Gotcha with the play. Beach, what do you think for KneeCap? Well, yeah, it was a play for you because obviously you picked it. Albin, play or pass?
Fortunately, it's going to be a pass for me, Dave. I'm surprised that I'm saying that.
Well, we are all surprised because when have you not liked the movie?
I know, but we'll see if I end up rewatching it and changing my vote. You know.
Do you consider ICP rap music? Hip hop.
I know. I look at it hip hop as a different way. You know, I did listen to some ICP back in the day, but I don't know. No, I guess not.
That's a negative. Negative Ghost Rider.
You got to remember who I hung out with.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Yeah, you know.
I think those guys would recognize ICP. I really.
Yeah, they do. You know, Beastie Boys and all that. You know, but I just wasn't feeling it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I consider their hip hop in this movie was taken to another level. It wasn't like I said, it wasn't on the original base of hip hop. It's up to another level.
Yeah.
But it was good.
All right.
I thought the beats were great.
100%. I give it a play. I enjoyed it, even though, honestly, when I was going into this, and you guys know how much I hate to fucking read a whole movie, was not a fan going into it. But in the end, when I watched it, and I really enjoyed it, and I was like, this music is good, and I will be grabbing some of those tracks for my library, because there is some HOOD. I mean, I don't know. There was 3 songs that I can say that really rung with me, and I'm like, I like that song. I like that, the hook and whatever. So for me, that's it. So Aubin, then when we go into the chat, so where's our voting on this, bro?
It's a play, 7-3.
All right, well then that's where we go. All right. Sarah, look at Sarah says a knockoff hip hop. But again, to me, hip hop is dependent on where you're located. And hip hop is just a way of voicing where you are. One person's reality is not another person's reality. And so, to me, that's just the way that they're doing it. Again, I enjoyed the music. I enjoyed the whole feel. Surprisingly. So, hey, with the vote, no, we got it as a play. So, way to go, Dave. Great way to pull another fucking diamond out of the rough. Dave, Beach does it on a normal basis to pull something we've never heard of. And it actually is pretty damn good. So, I'll give it to him. This section, we'll go ahead and jump in for just a little bit because we're already at 7 o'clock. Any TV shows or things that we may want to recommend for people to watch? I know that a bunch of movies have dropped.
That's what I say. A bunch of movies have dropped.
Yeah.
And we're not going to be, we'll be around because I'll be playing a lot of stuff in big screen. There's a lot that's out there that I want to put out there, like that Santa one, that Dear Santa.
Dear Santa, good.
Very funny. Yeah. Red One. I thought it was great.
I want to put that one.
Not great. I thought it was good. I thought it was good. Not great. But, well, I mean, it's a great, for a Christmas movie, it's great. For a movie, it's good.
Yeah, Dear Santa, actually Jack Black in it, really good.
Funny.
Kids,
funny.
A lot of teens or preteens are going to like this movie. Not a lot. There's not, I mean, it says shit, it says damn. A few things like that. You're not going to get any sex or anything like that that's going to be bad for kids.
The kids acting in it are great. Both of the little kids in it are great.
Yeah, 100%. And again, we enjoyed it. And Venom 1, I just watched that yesterday. And I don't know. I mean, we're going to take a month hiatus. So I don't know how much of these movies we could talk about or we want to.
That's why I want to play them in big screen, and either I'll put up a voting thing for everything that we'll watch in big screen, maybe, and everyone can vote on it if they've watched it, or talk about it.
Because we watched this, and Eddie and Venom are great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Eddie and Venom is great. Not going to say about anybody else that plays in this movie.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But those two are great. And
there was another movie that I think that dropped, Dirty Angels. I want to watch that one, maybe even tonight.
Yeah, I saw that when I saw Netflix. No, when I saw Netflix, I immediately ignored it.
Oh, it was a Netflix movie? I don't know. It
Yep.
It hit my server, and I didn't know where it came from.
Yep, Netflix, and I just said, nope,
oh, okay,
ain't doing it.
All right. How about that one, Vesper? There's another one that dropped, I think. I'm not sure. Just a bunch of stuff hit my server. Oh, that no, that's older. No, I'm gonna do Red One.
Yeah, Red One's not bad.
It didn't do really well at the box office.
Yeah,
I mean, it had a $250 million budget, and I want to say last time I saw it was like 150 million or 200 million is what it made.
Yeah, I converted it to 3D, so I'm going to show it next week in big screen.
Ellie, I'm on I fancy watching Heretic. I actually do want to watch that also. It looks pretty creepy.
Mhm.
With
those-
Hugh Grant?
Yep. For those that have access to my MB, Gladiator 2 is up on it already.
Yep. Oh, wait, what?
Yeah.
Gladiator 2 came out.
Wait a minute. The real version of that?
It looks real to
It
me.
looks real. I didn't watch it yet, but it looks real.
I didn't
Where's I need Seaman in here. Can you be able to tell me if it's a
Gladiator.
Oh,
It's,
look on my Emmy. It's there.
And it shows
no.
that you had it too, Dave.
yeah, I've had
Yeah.
the telesync copy.
Oh, you
for a
had a
while.
telesync? Oh.
Yeah.
No, because mine hit and it wasn't a telesync. So
You're right. I see it on the one clicks.
okay.
Yep, you're right. The one clicks on because I usually look at a couple of add-ons and he doesn't add it unless it's right now a 1080. I don't see a 4K listed.
Let me
But,
see if I got 4K. I'll check. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't see. I don't
I
see
mean,
that
I'm
listed.
on scene release, and everything I see is cam or telesync.
Yeah, he's got. Yeah, this is.
I don't have
he's
a
got-
4K copy yet.
Yeah, so Gladiator 2, 1080, free and RD link. So, okay, well, hey, that gives me something this fucking weekend to watch.
Oh, you know what else you got this
Sarah,
weekend?
yes.
What else you got this weekend, Todd? Come
My
on.
anniversary.
Don't tell me- Yeah.
My
Yeah.
anniversary Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it third anniversary?
I think it is, isn't it?
Third or fourth.
Huh?
I'd have
Oh
to
my
ask
God,
Blue.
you don't know?
You don't
Oh
know?
my God.
She won't know either.
No?
She'll know.
Third or fourth. I think it's
Still
third.
no.
I think
Still
it's
no.
I
three,
think it might be
too.
third. Yeah,
I think
it might
it's
be
three, Todd.
No, I think it's 4 because I think I was married in 2020
Were you during
because
COVID?
it was during COVID. It was during COVID because she had to fly down to me to get
Well,
married
that's right.
with
She
10
had
people.
She had trouble getting back, didn't she? It was like a
Yeah.
pain in the ass.
Yeah, and it was only 10 people at my wedding. And then we did streaming so that my family members could see it and her family
Mhm.
members. So yeah, that would be 4 because I moved here in 2021. So
Woohoo!
yeah, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, so that's this weekend. So yeah. But her and I are, I mean, we don't
The anniversary.
one of the things about her and I
Well, we're
we
here
don't
to
sweat it.
remind you.
I
we're
appreciate
here to
that.
remind you.
I appreciate you. Hey,
You know,
you got my back. You got my back.
Yeah, you know I do.
Yeah.
Because I don't
Wait a
want
minute.
you to have to
Keyhole
forget
says
it.
it's your third. Wait, how does Keyhole know? How does Keyhole know?
Because we're all family in here, all right?
Yeah, right.
Keyhole knows it's my third. How the hell did he paying attention? What? Look at this. Who the hell? So is this someone that is following me? Holy moly. This is my stalker. I gotta watch out for Keyhole. Keyhole's my stalker. I don't know who Keyhole is, but they're gonna be sending me a message saying, well, this is because I watched it. But hey, I appreciate that. Let's go ahead and roll out of here, guys, because we're at
Okay.
and-
7
2 and a quarter.
7. Okay.
so we got the events this weekend.
Everyone, we'll post when we're
Back online?
Yeah, back online, and when we're gonna put out the polls for the voting for the end of season, for the finale, for the show's finale. Yeah, and yeah, so just keep your eyes open. You'll see it. I'll be spamming it out there to everyone. And vote, please vote when we put these out.
Definitely vote when we go for the year end with it because that makes it fun. We'll be doing it next month, and it's fun for us. And we have crazy categories. It's enjoyable. It is fun. So please join and vote, and let's have a good time. And you know, that's it is. You know, it's only the movies that we watched that are part of the Poppy guys. So it's not what the best of 2024 was. It's the movies that we reviewed,
Yeah.
and that's what we get to vote on. Anybody else got anything to holler?
Well, wait a second. Now that you said that, should we do a best of 2024? Of all the movies that
stop.
we did.
I'm trying.
No, of just what we did for the year, of just doing it in the same concept.
No, listen.
That won't be hard.
Quit trying to give yourself more work. I'm trying. You always calling me the slave driver. I try to make it easy for you. You add shit to your list.
Because these are the things, the answers that the people want to know.
But do they?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do they?
Don't you want to know, what was the best movie for all of 2024 that we watched? Don't you go and when Track goes out and puts out its end of year special there and shows
I never
all of
look
the
at that
movies
shit.
You never look at that? Oh, I do.
No.
Oh, I do. I look at it and say, hey.
And then he adds some shit to his damn watch list, download list. We know.
Yeah.
How did I miss that one?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, let's roll out of here. Thanks for you guys watching and hey, have a Merry Christmas. Have a happy holiday. Have a good New Year's. Be safe. Hey, quit talking about me like that. Have a safe Christmas holidays, guys. Be smart. Get an Uber. Don't drive if you don't. Yeah, if you're drinking, don't drive. All those kind of things. Let's make it to 2025 because 2025 is going to be
a bitch.
It's going to be a ride. It's going to be a ride. I'm just going to say it's going to be a ride. So let's buckle up and ride.
Oh yeah,
motherfucker. And let's get to it. So, hey, you guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. And out we go.
Oh yeah.